But it's not just about you being successful this summer. It's how you felt in the process of getting that success. Like, what is the point of achieving success if you get to the end of that day and you're just completely burned out by it, or you get to the end of the summer and you're exhausted by it, right? Like, it's not just about the end goal. It's how you are feeling and believing and treating yourself in the process. Welcome to Remix Moments with Martine, where we will remix your mindset one moment at a time. I'm your host, Martine Williams, and I'm here to bring you a quick burst of inspiration, insight, and a fresh spin on your mompreneur journey. In just a few minutes, we'll remix your mindset, energize your day, and keep you moving forward with purpose. Let's dive in to today's moment. Hey friends, and welcome back to the show. Happy last day of June. I cannot believe it's already the end of June. The summer is flying by, but today we are going to continue with part 3 of our Summer Ready Success content, where we're talking about what are the 5 C's to create summer ready success. And I hope you've been following along. I hope that you printed out your guide. If you haven't yet, you can go to martinewims.com/summer success and get your guide to go along with it. It's not too late. Some of you might be just kind of settling into the summer. Maybe you just got back on vacation. Now you're ready to start implementing some of these things. Today, we're going to continue the conversation, and we're going to be talking about the 4th and 5th C to summer ready success, where we're talking about celebrating your wins and we're talking about connecting. And so it's a great time today. There's no better time or day than today to start implementing on this stuff if you haven't. So let's not look back at what you haven't done up until this point. We're moving forward. You have everything you need to create a summer ready success plan, and you have your mindset, and you have the ways you're going to consistently show up. And so today is part 4 and part 5. So let's dive right in. The 3rd C is consistently show up. And you get to decide what that means. What does consistency mean for you? But commitment begins where feelings end. You're going to start out and you're going to get off this training. You're like, oh, I'm so pumped up, fired up, ready to go. I'm ready to show up and be consistent. And then the feeling is going to start to wane when summer schedules come out, or when you hear a no from someone in your business. Like, some of that commitment is going to start to dwindle, or the feelings are going to start to dwindle, but you are going to stay committed for you first, right? Show up consistently for you first. You are the asset in your business. You can't pour from an empty cup. And as a mompreneur, we pour out a lot, but we must show up consistently for ourselves as well. Put your own oxygen mask on before applying it to others, because our businesses are only as good as we are. They're only as healthy as we are. So we must learn to protect the asset, which is you. So decide, what are you going to do each day to recharge? Are you going to read? Are you going to take a nap? Are you going to cook? Are you going to do some gardening? Are you going to listen to a podcast? Are you going to have a dance party in the car? Like, what will be energizing for you? And prioritize your self-care just like you would do for your business goals. And just like our Apple devices, if you have an Apple phone or any phone, I feel like there's operating systems that need updates. Your operating system does as well. Your own personal operating system does well. We can't keep running on the same operating system, because if you don't update your phone, you notice it starts getting glitchy. It doesn't work as well. It slows down on the progress, doesn't hold the charge, right? So think of yourself as the same way. Think of your own self-care as the same way. When was the last time you gave it time and space for an update? So that needs to go in your summer plan as well. So the second person you're going to show up for is your family. Let them know this is when I'm working, but also let them know that you have quality time planned, specifically date nights. Specifically, like if there's a day, like I used to do one day out of the week, they knew I didn't work at all and we went to the water park. Maybe have your kids make a bucket list for weekend fun, or some things they want to do throughout the summer. So depending on, the ages and stages of your kids, there's lots of different ways to do this, but your family starts to resent your business when they start seeing it as a competition or a distraction from them. So if you can consciously communicate to them, yes, I'm working and I also have time aside from you, there's less bitterness towards the business, or there's less resentment that happens towards the business. And it makes you feel good too that you've carved out that time for both. So you can create a power hour for your business so that you know you will at least spend that each day with the most important activities. So if you're like, I can't do multiple hours, but I can do 1 hour. If you did that every day, you could break it down into like 15-minute increments. Or maybe you might want to do like the 25 minutes on, then take 15 minutes off. There's no right strategy except the one you will consistently do. And one of the things that I'm able to show my clients when we go through the Pro Scanner Illuminate You method is they get to see like what level of systems and structure is naturally in their personality. And so when we know that, we can create the plan and the consistency based on that strength. And for her to be aware of, okay, you might have to make some adjustments here because this is how it's going to make you feel if you don't do it this way. And that's unique to you and your personality, which is why I love the Pro Scam. Okay, maybe create a summer marketing plan where you're focusing on the problems that your customers and clients have right now. What's going on this summer so that you can consistently show up in your business and have the open sign on. If your mouth is open, so is your business. If your mouth is closed, so is your business. So show up in person, show up on social media. How can you serve your customers and your team? Where can you show up and put yourself in the place of most potential to meet new people, to tell them what you do, and to make an offer to help them? So those are some things I want you to be thinking about when you're thinking about consistently showing up for your business. But be where your feet are. If you're with yourself and you're working on yourself, be with yourself. If you're with your family, be with your family. If you're with your business, be with your business, and remove all the distractions, or as many as possible. Okay, and then we're going to celebrate your wins. Life is too short not to celebrate every single moment that you can. And this is where a lot of us fall short, is either we don't see it as a win. All we see is what we didn't do, what we don't have, what we didn't accomplish, or it just feels like, it's not that big a deal, right? So I want you to really think about on a daily basis, especially if you're like milestone driven, rewards driven, results driven, how can you celebrate your wins every single day along the journey? Not waiting until you get to the end of the summer. I'm like, oh, what did I do? Every day, celebrate your wins, big or small. I want you to get in the habit of celebrating them because progress is what creates progress. If you don't see progress, you're probably going to stop. So how can you create these little milestones, these little wins along the journey this summer? Progress creates progress. So be sure to pause and look back and say, wow, I did that, before you're looking ahead to the next goal. So maybe you can celebrate with your kids. Maybe you can celebrate with some team or a mentor or a coach, or maybe your family. But every day, and some of you, it's going to be moment to moment, depending on the ages and stages of your kids. But I want you to really take the time to celebrate yourself and celebrate the progress, because that is what's going to create the drive in you. When you feel like you're winning versus winging it, you're going to keep going and you're going to keep trying and you're going to keep moving forward versus getting stuck. Okay? Hey friend, let's talk. It's time to book your clarity call. We are going to spend 1 full hour focused on you. A clarity call isn't about pressure. It's about possibilities. It's about you. You having a space to talk through what's on your heart and mind, you walking away with a clear vision and practical next steps, and you feeling confident in what's next and how to get there. You don't need to have it all figured out. That's my job. All you need to do is show up and we'll figure it out together. This is the best hour you can invest in yourself right now. Not in 6 months from now, not next month, right now. And don't just take my word for it. Here's what one of my coaching clients had to say after working together.
When I started coaching with Martine, I was extremely burned out, overwhelmed, very stressed, and I knew I needed to make some changes. So I reached out, and over the course of time, she helped me realize that I needed to take back control of my schedule, create boundaries, And then along the way, I had a huge transition in my business, and she helped me figure out my next steps and help me structure a new business. And she's been there for me and been able to help guide me with her advice and her knowledge. Without her, I could not be where I am today.
That transformation, it starts with one conversation. It's time to stop spinning your wheels and start making real progress. So head right now to martinewilliams.com or in the show notes and grab your private clarity call spot on my calendar before they're gone. And since I personally monitor my inbox, if you don't see a time slot that fits your calendar, just send me an email at martinewilliams.com with 3 times that do work, and I will make it work for you. All right, friend, let's get back to the show. And the last one is connect. How do you want to show up and how do you want to be remembered this summer? With your family? How can you stay connected with your family? We've talked about this a little bit. How can you stay connected if you have a team? How can you stay connected to your accountability partners? And how can you stay connected to your mentors or coach if you have that? Are you carving out time for those connections? Stay connected to those who encourage you, who empower you, who uplift you, and they want to see you succeed. Those are the connections that you want to keep fostering through the summertime, even more so during the summertime. How can you stay connected to your customers? How can you meet them where they are this summer and be willing to do something new to create new connections? There's so many ways to create connections in the summertime. I feel like there's festivals and everyone's outdoors and like doing lots of public things. And so if you are disconnected from the online world right now and you're like, I don't want to be connected to my phone, I don't want to be connected to social media. I took 6 months off of social media last year and I completely filled my one-on-one practice without social media. So I'm here to tell you it is possible to grow a successful business without being on social media 24/7, 365. Or if you just need to take some time off, do it. Because people can feel your energy. People are connected to your energy. So go and connect in the way that energizes you. For me, I shared that earlier. For me right now, I feel the most connected. Opportunities like this, where I'm actually talking with you in real time, or being in person with people, that's going to be what I'm focusing on this summer, because that's the energy that I want to feel, and that's the energy I want to bring. But people feel your energy. So there's no one way, right way to do business. There's lots of options, and sometimes that can be overwhelming to you. But I want you to think about what energizes me about meeting new people, telling them what I do, and make an offer to help them, because there's many ways that you can do that. For some of you, you're like, I love social media and I'm going to be all in on social media. I'm not doing any public stuff. Great, do it. But how can you stay connected to your customers in the way that energizes you versus depletes your energy? And then stay connected to you, who you truly are. We are all created with unique gifts and strengths. And the work I do with the women that I work with in my one-on-one coaching is to help illuminate those strengths of their personality so they can eliminate comparison, they can eliminate frustration and stress, which is what leads to burnout. Success becomes more simple, progress becomes faster, and you really decrease your overthinking, your unrealistic expectations, all of those things that lead to burnout when you truly understand who you are and how you can create a business around who you are, using those talents that God gave you to build it. That is the ultimate key to cultivating joyous success, is being in alignment with your strengths, being in alignment with your priorities, and then aligning that with your purpose. It's like you're in flow. Doesn't mean you don't still have hard times. Doesn't mean obstacles don't still come, but you understand how to manage your energy and manage your goals and your actions when all three of those things are in alignment. So that's the work I do inside my Illuminate You coaching, and helping the women to stay connected to that is what it's the difference maker in how you feel. Now, you might still be successful, but it's not just about you being successful this summer. It's how you felt in the process of getting that success. Like, what is the point of achieving success if you get to the end of that day and you're just completely burned out by it, or you get to the end of the summer and you're exhausted by it, right? Like, it's not just about the end goal, it's how you are feeling and believing and treating yourself in the process. So, the 5 C's again: choose your mindset, create your plan, consistently show up, create your wins, and then connect. Now, I do have a summer ready success guide that I'm going to send out to all of you with the recording. So you'll have this. I mean, it's got so many great things, worksheets in here. It has the Triple C belief worksheet, so you can kind of work through the catch, check, change. There's a SMART goals worksheet in here. There's a power hour worksheet in here, a summer schedule, breakthrough burnout worksheet to keep your self-care and your affirmations and your gratefulness all on one page. There's a place to brainstorm growth opportunities. And then I gave you some of my favorite like mantras to motivate. Now, again, you have to believe they're true about you. You can't just take mine and recite them and think it's going to change things. You have to actually believe that they're true. But I find that a lot of people struggle with just getting started with that. So I wanted to kind of give you some of mine. Okay, so that's it for the Summer Ready Success Workshop. Before you close your notebook or hop off of the training, I want to offer you something that could change the rest of your summer and honestly, the way you move through life and business from here on out. You showed up today because you are serious about protecting your energy, your peace, your priorities, and your momentum. But knowledge alone isn't enough. I said that in the very, very beginning. It's not a knowledge problem that most of us have. It's an implementation problem. And if you could have created these results that you're looking for, maybe in your business, maybe you want to take this Summer Ready Success guide and have someone to support you through that and to create momentum into the fall. If you could have created that already, you would have already done it. So instead of going back to doing it alone, what if you gave yourself the gift of some personalized support? So I always offer a clarity call, a free clarity call, especially after trainings like this, because I know as someone who consumes trainings like this, sometimes I get done with a call like this and I'm like, I just need someone to talk to about this, like process it and make it personal to me, right? With my unique challenges, my unique summer plans or whatever. And so that's a free resource that I'm offering to you today is to book a clarity call. So you can go to martinewilliams.com/clarity and you can book your clarity call for that. It's a 60-minute session and we're going to identify like, where are you feeling stuck? What matters most right now? Is it, one of the C's, like which one on here maybe we can identify which one of the 5 do you feel like you need to spend time focusing on this week? We can kind of talk through that and then help you to take an action towards doing that. We're also going to uncover what limiting beliefs might be putting the brakes on your progress. We all have them. You just can't always see them on your own. That's why they're called blind spots. And so then the third thing that we do on the clarity call is to help you to see what your next steps towards success could be in life and business. And you'll walk away with so much clarity with, again, where you are and the perspectives you have now. You'll walk away with possibility and here's some steps for you to take. So that's what happens in a clarity call. It's nothing to be scared about, nothing to be worried about. It's an hour time for us to get together. And then if you choose at the end that, hey, I want to continue on this relationship, then of course I'm going to be talking to you about how you can join Illuminate You Coaching. I do have just a few spots open for that this summer and into the fall. But the first step is to book a clarity call. So if you've ever thought about it, you've ever wanted to, maybe this is your moment, this is your time to go and book that call. So one of my favorite things that someone said after a clarity call with me was, I had no idea how much that 1 hour would change me. I showed up looking for direction and I left with the clarity and courage I didn't know I needed. That call was the best gift I'd given myself in a long time. So that could be you. So here's what you want to do. You want to go to martinewilliams.com/clarity and book that clarity call. You'll have a calendar. You can pick your date and your time, and they're first come, first serve. So here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to go weeks and months out from this call to book that, because we know the information is fresh on your mind. Let's get it downloaded in real time and process that together in real time, the sooner you do that, the sooner you're going to take action. The further away you get from this training, the more obstacles in your mind might come up, limiting beliefs might come up in your mind. So do it now. Don't wait on this. This is your moment. And this is not to add one more thing to your plate, but to stop spinning and start leading your life and your business with the clarity, the confidence, and the calm that you've been craving. It may be just the 1 hour where you get the opportunity to be heard, to be seen, and to be supported, because you're probably doing all three of those things for other people. So if nothing else, you're going to have an hour to be able to have someone listen to you for a change. But here's what you can't do. You can't keep telling yourself one day. The one day strategy doesn't work. One day I will, get back to working my business. One day I'm going to figure out how to create a plan. One day I'm going to figure out who I am. One day I'm going to figure out how to honor my priorities and honor my family and honor my own self-care. One day I'm going to get back to taking care of myself. Like, we say these things, but it's not about the one day, because the one day never comes, right? If the one day had come, you wouldn't be on this training probably. So you get to decide that today is going to be your day one. And I'm in your corner either way. But if you're ready to walk this out together, your next step is to book a clarity call. And you can do that by going to martinelimbs.com/clarity. Well, that's it, friends, for this remix moment. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. And I hope that you are feeling inspired and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Remember, even small moments can lead to big changes. If this moment made a difference, be sure to subscribe, share with your fellow moms, and leave me a quick review. Seriously, it means the world to me to hear from you. And until next time, I am believing in you, and I will catch you in the next moment.